Systems that run on hardware and software are not immune to issues arising from errors in either or both. With the ability to gather metrics both related to software and system performance, as well as from the hosted hardware, opportunities open up to be able to leverage these measurements to control such systems. Above all, when something breaks, it's already too late. Preferable would be to monitor for warning signs and take action before something happens. This can be accomplished for XenServer by making use of the Citrix IoT product, Octoblu, and integrating it with SNMP monitoring to handle issues with such products as XenServer. SNMP monitoring can be run on external servers to look at hundreds of metrics on servers. If, for example, a component fails or certain tolerance levels are not maintained, these signals can be picked up and analyzed and predetermined actions taken. Here is an Octoblu flow that picks up action items that are determined by scripts that monitor the health of the physical servers, and if it is determined that something is starting to affect the health of the server, a command can be issued to take the right action proactively.
If the situation is serious enough, one option might be to move any of the running virtual machines on one server to another server before the system crashes and put the affected server into maintenance mode or possibly even shut it down before any loss of service takes place.
In this simulation, we will do exactly this. An event based on the intake temperature on the server being too high, which could lead eventually to the server shutting itself off because of overheating, will trigger this procedure. If the targeted server is the pool master, it will automatically be switched to another available host and the enabled state of high availability also restored if it was originally on. When the event is registered, we see the information relayed to the Octoblu flow, which in turn takes the command to evacuate the XenServer by moving its virtual machines and putting it to maintenance mode.
The virtual machines are moved to XSTest2 from XSTest1, which in turn places itself into maintenance mode all before any running services fail.
This is a much better way of handling things compared to high availability, which restarts failed services but still results in those services being temporarily down. Not all services can necessarily be redundant, so this is an important benefit. An important part of the process is keeping the right people informed of what happened and what actions were taken, and through what media. Here is an example of what an email notification looks like for such an event. A set of recipients can be defined for such an event to ensure the right people are informed. Reports can also be transmitted to a Slack channel seen here. Other options include SMS texts, or potentially a tie-in to an alarm or flashing lights could be added if immediate attention needed to be had. If the system can take care of matters on its own, there is no need to disturb someone unnecessarily if they can take a look at their convenience at what actions were already automatically taken. The resources can be expanded to incorporate many other metrics outside of the server itself. For example, server room conditions like humidity and temperature, storage array RAID states, and practically anything else that can be tied into the IoT environment. Many other things are already Octoblu compatible, including Citrix products such as NetScaler. The possibilities are limited only by the imagination.